Memories made over a lifetime.
I saw like a box of ornaments for our Christmas tree and like all the handmade ones that we had made and stuff.
Erased in a matter of seconds.
It just kind of brought me to tears because they were all ruined.
Emily Mahan spent the morning surrounded by friends outside of what used to be a family home, now drenched with the horrific memory of Tuesday night's storm.
My parents went upstairs and I sat down in the basement with my little brother and he was crying and he's like, please don't leave me. And I wasn't going to leave him. I wouldn't do that. And I just heard him screaming like everything's gone, everything's destroyed.
Next door to Emily, another family spent Wednesday finding family heirlooms around a concrete slab that used to be their house. Just a few miles away, one person was killed by what the National Weather Service expects to be at least an EF3 tornado. The body of 71-year-old Tom McCord was found dozens of feet away from his house after the storm passed through. Those close to the McCord family spent the morning stopping in and shedding tears, but also checking out the sheer devastation. You can see the home behind me, now just a shell, and the items that were once inside now ripped through the windows and the roof of the walls of the house, littered across the yard. A farming operation is picking up more than $1 million in damage as well. Johnson Farms.
Tonight I'm going to be down, go home and collapse.
Mike Johnson had 2 grain bins collapse and another tossed off his property by the winds, but he also lost a friend. He knew Tom McCord for more than 25 years, and his death is keeping things in perspective.
I just hate it. It's terrible. I hate it. So that makes this not seem so bad.
After the wind came and left, a community now searching for a place to start, prepared to come together. Reporting in Crossville, Jake Boswell, Eyewitness News.
Well, let's go get you a new basketball.
That's worth it all right there. Ask them to submit letters of children that we can help with the Christmas this year that are not involved in any other program in the county. So thank the good Lord we're able to help all 61 kids tonight.
They're right here. Let's see what we can find. All right, got you a nice good basketball so you can work on your hoops. And for me to be able to do something positive for him, to give him a different view of the police from a different perspective.
Just to know that, they actually do give back and that they were willing to help.
What else do we need? We need underwear.
I already got underwear.
We can't have enough underwear. Enough underwear and enough socks. So come over here and you want it coming all the way up your calf?
No, I like them right here.
No. You don't always get help from everybody. And in a world like we have right now, it's something we need. We need more positivity. And these officers are really giving that back. And they're letting everybody see that, it's not always, the world doesn't have to be full of hate. Thank you so much. It helps our families so much. They have no idea how much it means.
Once I came down to see what had been done with the depot and realized that this needs to be shared and enjoyed by many.
Well, my brother, who knows I have an interest in buses and have driven buses in the past, sent me the information about it about a week or so ago, and thinking that I might want to come, and here we are.
We ended up with more than we anticipated in the beginning. I believe it was in the mid-80s.
Oh, it's awesome. Brings about a lot of memories. I'm glad they kept these trucks and the buses like they did.
I like old buses. I have a collection of over 300 toy buses, but I also drove buses any chance I got.
We plan to do more of this. Everybody was smiling and everybody was having a good time.
Thoroughly enjoyed this.
We both really enjoyed it.
I would do it again.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
We kind of thought we wanted to come down and check it out. We're glad we did.
Very much.
Everybody had a great time. We know what we can do better next time to ensure that people continue to have a great time.
Well, Leanne, 49-year-old Bob O'Brien pushed himself to the limits today, breaking a Guinness World Record of burpee pull-ups. But to those cheering him on, he did much more.
To me, he's just the ultimate warrior.
Some say he's Superman.
Can't nobody do what you do.
Others call him Coach.
Come on, Coach. People need to take notice of Coach O'Brien because he's the man.
But today, he holds a world record title for the 6th time.
all the sore muscles and all the bloody and blistered hands. Today it was worth it.
Since January, Owensboro track and field coach Bob O'Brien has trained to set the world record in burpee pull-ups.
I'm very confident. I knew I was going to do it. I just didn't know the number. I didn't know what my body was going to give me.
After an hour, the training paid off in the old Owensboro High School gym.
When you get up against the wall, everybody has a line where they don't want to go beyond it. And I went beyond it today, and that always pushes that line back farther the next time.
O'Brien's passion for doing something no one else has done before is what inspires him.
Just find something that no one else can do it, and then that's an inspiration for my athletes.
His athletes, also his motivation.
It's motivating for me to have my athletes, my former athletes, my athletes, and my friends here, just to root me on.
He's really good at pushing us, and it's just a good chance for us to push him, and so he can get his goals too.
They cheer on each other like cheerleaders.
When I hear them yell the things at me that I yell at them, that's to know they're listening to me, and I can't let them down. It's like they're cheering me, they're rooting me on.
And train like athletes. But no matter what, they're each other's biggest fans. O'Brien says his goal was 400 and he completed 412. He says he plans to train to set another world record next summer. Christina Van Zelst, Eyewitness News.
When I came into work this morning, my boss told me my hair was getting a little long, so I thought, what better place to get a trim than from someone high off his Cubbies winning Game 7 of the World Series. Thankfully, I wore blue today.
Look around Jeremy Johnston's barbershop, and it's no secret where his allegiances lie.
There's been a lot of horn honkings and a lot of stuff going on today going past the window, you know.
Leave the front a little long. I think that's about it.
I was at home, man. I can't watch that in public. Just the emotions you go through, you can't watch that. Well, I'm sure my neighbors heard me last night, that's for sure.
With the Chicago Cubs on the verge of making history, ending an 108-year World Series drought,
The build-up to that was just crazy.
Johnston and other fans were in for a wild ride, with the Cleveland Indians coming up with a little postseason magic of their own.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the curse, man. Here comes the GOAT curse and all this hoopla that comes with it.
But the Cubbies ended up etching their name in the history books.
And the Cubs have finally won it all.
You got the win.
Yeah, how's that happen?
Cleveland probably would have won if they had Wild Thing out there.
It's almost better than my kids being born. I'm not gonna lie. Watching the Cubs win.
While the win put Johnston in a state of euphoria, it hasn't affected his careful work with the razor, thankfully.
Everybody gets love today, really. I don't think I'll cut nobody today. Everybody gets love. I'm so happy.
So I guess there's some crying in baseball.
There was last night. There was crying in a lot of houses in a lot of places last night, a lot of bars. That's why you watch it at home. It's okay if you cry, nobody sees you, man.
With the curse finally broken, Johnston says the next step is winning it all again.
I hope it's not 108 more, I can tell you that. That scares me.
For now, he'll savor the win. In Evansville, Dennis Ting.
Oh, it's good.
Eyewitness News.
Lodge is another school ranking near the bottom of Evansville school districts, dropping from a 20.1 to a 16.3%. With deep in the south side, a school is showing signs of improvement. Glenwood Leadership Academy rose from 15 to 16.8%.
The recovery process has begun. That was the key message of Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner as he toured tornado-torn Crossville early this morning.